Alright guys, Mickey here. Just went to my first regionals at College Park. It was great. Sadly, I scrubbed out by going 5-4. 6 of my teammates got their Nats invite. Cody Bondar topped 8 with tomato control. He placed 6th. The judges were really bad, as apparently Rockville is known for. So, I'll just get into it. This is my deck list that I brought into College Park Regionals. 3 Girigi Armor, 2 Arsenal, 3 Accelerator. I decided to go with Girigi over Wind-Ups because I was not prepared for the mirror match. And that mirror match is a little harder than this one. I have double Sizen, 1 Strategist. Now, I also played the Machina version. So I have double Gear Frame, double Fortress, and at the last moment, I put in Cannon. I found myself siding that out game 2 a lot, but it really helped the game 1 when I drew it, and Fortress was engraved. Just pitch the Cannon. 1 Birdman, because it's a really good card. It helps me go into the Karakuri Synchros. I found myself siding that out too, though. So, 1 Gores, 2 Valor. That's it for the monster lineup. It's 20 monsters. It did really well for me. Power cards, Heavy Storm, Reborn, Dark Hole, Avarice. Pretty much staples now, especially in high monster counts. You have the Avarice. Double Lance, I felt when I first picked up this deck, I was running Lance at 1. You really need the second Lance because a lot of times people summon something 26 or lower, and you just, if you really need that last armor, you just go Lance. Armor's not dead. So that was really helpful. Double Duality. That was something else was a last minute change in the deck. I really liked Duality. It was so against me. My only play a lot of times was first turn Duality. My opponent didn't know what I was playing, and it revealed Armor, Accelerator, Arsenal, and I was kind of sad. Double MST. All the back row hate. I was maining 3rd. I dropped the 3rd one because there wasn't enough room in the deck. That's 10 Magic. 1 Starlight Road. 1 Judgment. 2 Warning. They really helped, actually. I was kind of iffy about running the warnings and the Judgment, but it was really needed. Double Torrential. I know Girigi isn't the field presence, but in order to set up a lot of the plays, you really needed the Torrential. Double Compulse really helped for when they dropped T-King. D-Prison, T-King, anything else. Bottomless, T-King, anything else. So, that's 12 traps, with the total deck count of 42 cards. It worked because, you search a lot with Girigi. Alright, next up, we'll get into the extra deck. I have a couple Trollsy cards that actually won me the game. Token. Double Gargagant. I've never used 2 in this deck, but it's always nice to have the second one just in case. Utopia. Palpo. I actually won a game because of Palpo. Maze Stroke. And I went into this one a couple times. Shockmaster. It really helped. Level 7 Synchros. Landois. Black Rose Dragon. The Beret, obvious. Big Eye, because I do run a couple of, a lot of level 7s. And Trollsy card, Ancient Fairy Dragon. I was expecting to face a lot more Dark World and Gravekeepers than I was. So this card was actually pretty good. Is pretty good for that matchup, but I didn't face any Dark World or any Gravekeepers. Scrap Dragon. I actually won a game with that. I'll get into it later. Stardust for the Starlight. Burrito for the Karakuri Engine. And another Trollsy card that won me the game, Thought Roller. I was able to just sit on this because he wasn't able to draw anything. And I just went, gain life point, nigga. But anyway. So that's my 15 card extra deck. I'd probably take out, some of this to get it a little more control based. But that's for next time. My side deck, I tried to be as generic as I could. Dimensional Prison for the Dark World matchup. Maxi for windups and Sams. Kinetic Soldier for Sams and Heroes. Double T-King for the mirror match and for windups and a bunch of other decks actually. I found myself setting this in a lot Sunday, and it put in a lot of work. Needle Sealing for Sams, windups, any swarm based deck. Dust Tornado, more back row hate. Double Trap Stun. I actually really love this card. I'll probably try fitting it in the main deck. It worked very well. I side that in all my games. Double Shadow Imprisoning. I was expecting to face more Dark Worlds. I was actually expecting to face a little Injectors too. I faced none of them. And then Double Gozen Match. This is also a card I found myself siding in against every match. Whether it's people going Tour Guide into Tour Guide. I actually got somebody on it. They went Tour Guide into Sangan, flipped Gozen, because he made it obvious he was about to overlay and destroy me. But that's besides the point. Alright, so some things that happened. Game 3 against Chaos Dragons. He milled. It was match 1 of the day. He milled Pulsar, 2 Magic and Trap. Well, 1 Magic, 1 Trap. And he goes, okay, I'm going to ditch Red Eyes and something else for Pulsar and pass. I just kind of looked at him because that was his first turn. I go, okay, Reborn Red Eyes. Poke Pulsar. Was able to sit on Red Eyes for a bit. Was able to explode. And I decided that going into Scrap Dragon was the best choice. Which it was. I ended up with Scrap Dragon and Burrito. So my field was Red Eyes, Scrap Dragon, Burrito. Scrap Dragon, pop his back row. Red Eyes, bring Scrap Dragon back. 28, 28, 28. So, that was pretty good. Against Sams, I won game 3 basically by flipping Needle Sealing. I just had T-King 3 back row set. My back row was Lance, Judgment, and Needle Sealing, which I thought was like the best opening move I could do. So he goes Kageki into Kagamusha, special keys on, and I think he specialed 1 more, and I just go Needle Sealing, and he just kind of cries a little. Which I don't know why he wouldn't go into Shien with 3 back row, but whatever. But I found myself setting in the same 10 cards. Goes in. Trap Stun. Dust Tornado. Double Needle Sealing. Double T-King. Yeah. I found myself setting these in every game. I played 2 heroes, so I set it in the Kinetic Soldiers. Soldier. I played one Chaos Dragon, one 6 Sam. I played one random deck, which was basically just a Chaos deck. So I didn't know what game 1. He goes pass. Set nothing. So I read Gores. Obviously I read Gores. So I set armor. And I think 2 back row pass. He goes summon card trooper, mill 3, milled Gores, 2 magic. I was like, fuck. So he goes attacking my armor because he didn't know I was playing at this point. I go, okay, grab accelerator. I got my second accelerator. Next turn I go flip back down, flip it up. I explode. I go into Beret, Burrito, Gear Gigant, and then I reborned his Gores, and I dropped Fortress. So I didn't know what he was playing, and I OTK'd him. Game 2, he wrecked me. Game 3, I misplayed. I was too nervous because at this point I'm 2-0, which was awesome. And then I lost to him. And then against the Heroes match, I lost that because game 3 he sits on T-King, which is fine, except I drew no monsters. I drew no monsters! So he just goes T-King 4 back row, poke. Physically, I had Torrential set and a couple others. I think Warning and Trap Stun, perhaps. But he didn't summon anything, so he just goes poke. 19. I'm drawing no monsters. I think I drew into Gear Frame and he bottomlessed it. And I got Fortress, but I had nothing to ditch Fortress with. So, basically T-King just ruled the game. Not even for its effect, just the fact I couldn't get a monster. Let's see, that was game 4. Game 5? Oh, no, that was game 6. Game 7. Let's see, that put me at 2 losses. Game 7, I played... Okay, this deck I should have won against. I played Wind Up Bad. He plays Wind Up and he plays Soldier and Kitten. I don't even think he played Magician or anything. I drew nothing. And he just beat me down with Kitten. Like, whatever. It's fine. Game 8. Basically, the rest of the night was just people passing. They, left. It's whatever. The judges were horrible, though. Here, let me move the camera up. The judges were horrible, though. Apparently, Rockville judges are like that for some reason. They rolled... My friend David Huffer was playing Insectors versus a Flameville deck. Flameville Synchro. They're in time. First misplay happens. The guy goes, Tribute Stardust. Doesn't get it back during the end phase. And then Huffer goes... He has Centipede with Gigamantis and Excalibur on the field. That's pretty good. Passes. Guy goes, alright, Scrap Dragon, target back row, target Centipede, blow up. Well, Huffer was like, well, I get Gigamantis. Gigamantis activates. And he goes, no, it misses, and the Flameville guy was saying that it misses timing with Sword, which is wrong. But when they called a judge over, the way it was worded was, does Gigamantis get its effect when it is sent with Sword? Judge ruled yes. This is in time. After the duel happened, now at this point, Flameville was at 2,000, 2,500, Huffer was at 4,000. So if that went through, it was turn 5. If Flameville guy attacked with Scrap, he would have won. After it, I was just like, hey, Huffer, you know Gigamantis doesn't get its effects sent when it's sent with Centipede, right? And he goes, yeah, I know. And the guy, I told that guy, I was like, you missed Stardust, and, Gigamantis doesn't get its effects. Ooh, that guy was salty. It was the worst thing ever. The judges were horrible. There was a lot of bad rolling calls. There was a lot of, oh, this guy's stacking. You can see him stack. Ah, that's funny. But apparently Rockville has some really bad judges. I really enjoyed my first regional experience. It was fun. Like I said, 6 of my teammates got their Nats invites. I believe, here, let me find it. I know Cody Bodnar top 8'd with Tomato Control. Repping that Tomato Control. Who was after him? I know Nick Baptista topped, let me see. Cody actually posted the top 37. Let's see. Cody Bodnar, rank 6. Durka. James Winning. JD actually topped with, shoot, I don't know what he was playing. Brian McDermott topped. Let's see, it goes Bodnar, McDermott, Winning, Baptista. Jacob Buckhead topped. Gratch Jacob, he was playing D-Hero. He ended up beating Robbie in the final round with, Robbie was playing Chaos Dragon. And because because Waukee beat him, Robbie dropped to 51st. Derp. Waukee, McDermott, Baptista, Bodnar, Winning. God, who is the 6th person? I forget who the 6th person is, and I can't find their name. But we topped. We did good. Like I said, I went 5-4. I regret nothing. I didn't really misplay. It was an experience. Didn't really draw anything, but I'm not salty about it. It happens. All I can really say is I'm really looking forward to the next one. Hopefully be playing a more consistent deck. Gears are fine and all. They have their consistency issues because you do run 22 back row. Well, 22 spell and trap. Even though you run 20 monsters, it's a little inconsistent because you need the armor. If armor gets butt fucked, I've had a duel where I had to average all my armors back and only had 1 accelerator engraved. This one game, guy knocks my first armor. I drew into 2, so I set another one. He knocks it again. I drew another armor, set it. But that's my regional report. I'll tell you who top 8 was. Top 8 was Lamar Williams, Tyree Tinsley, Calvin Tahan, Ron Wilfang, Gerardo Yamakawa, Cody Bodnar, Dara Shea, and Stephen Wu. That was top 8. Take what you want from that. There's a lot of wind-ups. There was a good bit of 6 Sams, a good bit of Dark World. I think Atlanteans actually came out today, so we'll probably be seeing that at Rhode Island. But, that's all for me. That's my regional report and deck list. Good luck, guys, and like always, keep dueling. Peace out.